You do not need to go ghost and grind for 6 months or whatever those crazy posts been telling you. 9 times out of 10, you really just need to do 3 simple things and you'd be really successful.
The question isn't what are we going to do, the question is what aren't we going to do.
Now, I went ghost for about 2 years actually. And I must say it did help. I'm not going to say it didn't help at all, but because it took away the distractions. But the thing is, it made an entirely different problem. I became anxious in this overbearing anxiety about how people were going to think of me the moment I came back. And in reality, if you can't work in front of somebody, what's the point of working? So around that time I was working at Taco Bell, and Taco Bell, it's not fun. It is not fun at all. But the thing about Taco Bell is that of course, you got to work in front of people. You got to talk to people. You got to learn how to handle money, all this other things. But the thing is, every time I hit the dishes, I'm listening to a podcast or I'm listening to an old movie that gives me some sort of inspiration, or maybe even listening to West Side Gun. Oh my goodness, West Side Gun. I forgot what album it is. I'll probably put it up right before that. That got me through working through Taco Bell. But one thing is for sure, and two things for certain. If I had just these 3 simple things while I was working at Taco Bell, I probably would have been way more successful. So one was build a brand. You need to build a brand. Your brand is everything when it comes to your business. The reason why you need to build a brand is because people need to know, like, and trust you. Look at a mall, right? You go to a mall, there's a little kiosk. See, there's a kiosk. I ain't got nothing, It's a kiosk, right? And then it's the stores, right? You gonna go straight to the store. You gonna walk right past the kiosk and they selling the same thing. But the thing is, the store. So let me try this again with actual things, The kiosk is just selling phone screens, shoe cleaners, anything, new hats, and then it's a Foot Locker that has all the same things. You gonna go straight to that Foot Locker. You're not gonna go to this no-name spot that you don't know of. You're gonna go to the Foot Locker. Why are you gonna go to the Foot Locker? Because like, and trust it. Because its brand. You know what brands it holds. That's why building a brand is so important when making your business, when trying to be successful, when going for success. And the reason why going ghost is like so bad is because you're telling yourself every day, work in silence, work in the shadows, when in reality, the biggest name brands work right in front of us. Look at Papa John's, look at Walmart, look at, I'll probably think of another one later, but look at those 2 things I just said. They work in front of you all day, every day. You don't see Papa John's in a random corner and then you like, oh, is that Papa John's again? Let me get something while he walking past. No. Papa John's and Walmart work right in front of you, and they make their presence known. And that's what makes their brand. Having your presence be known, being known for something that people can know, like, and trust you for. The second thing I wish I knew. It's not about the social media. It's about the environment you're in. See, your environment has a big play in everything you do. So you can cut off the internet, you can cut off the phone, but if you're around 10 insecure people, you're going to be insecure with them. You're not going to think about your future. You're going to think about what everyone else around you is thinking. I'm sorry, I have a bit of a cold. But you're not going to think about what you can do next in order to survive, in order to strive, in order to succeed, because you're thinking about what they're thinking about. You're hive-minded is what I like to call it. You're hive-minded with these people, which is why you have to cut off social media. I do believe you have to cut off social media in a way. Because you have to understand it from the outside in. Social media is a tool. It's a tool to make you focus into the environment of social media. So you scroll on your phone 3 times, you in Puerto Rico, you in Afghanistan, you in Hawaii. But then the moment you get off that phone, all the dopamine goes away and you're back at home. And you just think to yourself, what do I got to do to have that? But then you scroll back on your phone and you lose more time. When in reality, like I said, it's all in front of you. Which is why your environment means the most. Because if you're not around a group of people who want the same thing, you're not going to strive for the same thing. You're not going to want to push yourself. You're not going to want to learn how to make money. That's what we're all doing it for. We want to have financial freedom. We want to have a financial outbreak. But we need to be in the environment where we can have that at. And the third thing I wish I knew was that it is not a race. It is not a race at all. No one is in front of you. No, you're not trying to catch up to anyone. You're the only one going for your goal. That's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. You are the only one going for your goal. And sometimes you got to cut yourself a little bit of slack. See, you've made it outside of the hive mind. You already think highly of yourself that you don't want to work at a 9-to-5 job anymore. You don't want to keep going and working under someone anymore. You're bigger than this. But you have to understand, there is way more room at the top than you think. Do you understand that there is over 52 million millionaires just in the United States? 52 million millionaires. You're probably living next door to one of them, and you wouldn't have never even known. No, you don't have to rush to the finish line. It may feel like the world is crumbling around you, but the only reason why you feel like that is because you're not in your purpose yet. And when I tell you, when you finally find that thing that's going to get you pushing, that's going to keep you going, you're going to be happy the whole way there. No matter the shortcoming, no matter the deadline, nothing. You are the only one running this race. But it's really a marathon. Because if you get to the goal too fast, your eyes gonna close. So when you find that thing that you want to chase, do not let up. You got one chance. You got one chance that breaks off into a million pieces. You got one chance to make it happen. The only thing about it is, when are you going to take it? You don't have to turn off the phone. You don't have to have to turn off the phone. You don't have to leave the world behind. You just have to make sure you're going to be consistent in it. All right, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you if you made it this far. Subscribe. Let's see how far we grow in this page. And episode 3 of the Winning Circle podcast should be up by Wednesday. But that's pretty much it. Love you. He had an idea in his head before he made all this. It had to be a thought in his mind before it turned into anything. Literally meaning, bro was delusional until it happened.